Hello, 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 everybody. I hope you guys can hear and see me okay. I'm using a different camera for right now, but let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear and see me, okay? I see we have Teresa in the house. Day is in the house. Thank you guys so much for coming. Nancy is in the house. Yes, perfect. Yay! Thank you guys so much. As you probably already know, and those who are lurking in the chat, I am your girl Stephanie, aka Sassy Steph, of Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter. And today I have a little bit something different that I wanted to show with you. We won't be doing an actual project, but we'll be showing you the start of a project, okay? And so I'm just letting people come in. We see Janine is in the house. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, so I want to show you guys what I'm going to jump right in because I know I feel like I'm going like 1,000 miles per minute, really fast because I want to keep the day short because I do know that Donna will be back with us here on YouTube, gracing us again with her presence. But on a serious note, is to update us on her granddaughter Harper. So I want to make sure that I make it over there in time for that. Okay. And of course, we are Harper Strong. So, yes, many prayers are still going up for Donna and her family. Okay. So, I have a niece, well, a great niece. Your girl is getting old. I got nephews and having babies and all that kind of stuff, right? So, well, my niece's son, daughter, and she's getting on up there, but I've never made her anything quilty related. So I'm kind of making her something embroidery related. I'm going to make her a birthday placemat just for her to feel special on her birthday that's coming up really soon. So, hi Donnell, hey Judy, thank you guys so much for coming. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what this placemat will look like. It is a in the hoop project. You guys know I love in the hoop projects, so you guys have to know that one was coming. I'll be working on this one and adding just a little bit more to it because I know, of course, I want to make something else to go along with it. But I wanted to bring you guys along on how I do color stops. If you witnessed on last week, I was doing a mug rug and I kept saying, oh, dang, I forgot that color stop. Dang, I forgot that color stop. How could I forget those color stops? Well, I'm going to show you how easy it is to do, okay? Because I'm pretty new to this machine, August. And so I'm bound to make 1,008 mistakes. And unfortunately, I choose to live my life, my embroidery life here on the camera. So guess what's going to happen? You're going to see it. You're going to see it. And I am at the point now, well, I'm going to say I'm sorry that I screwed up. I'm going to admit to that I did that, but we're just going to keep it going. There's not a live that I have that something don't happen. It's either the camera is going to fall, something's going to fall. Something is not going to go right. So there it is. There it is. I can't keep on apologizing for it because it's driving me nuts. It's driving your girl batty, okay? Because you know that what is that? You have to. I feel like it's not. It's perfectionism. That's what it is. That's the word I was looking for. I suffer from that, and I don't want you to suffer from it with me, okay? So, anywho, so let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, isn't it cute? I absolutely love that little sucker. So we're gonna I'm gonna change views so we can boop, 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 go ahead and get started. Okay. This is a screen that it come to every day on this machine. I could change this to pictures that I choose, but I choose not to do that at this moment. When I load up the machine, well, open up the machine or hit that button. See, I'm already messing up, tongue-tied and all. This is the screen that it comes to. I have a USB drive here. My jump drive is attached to my, I don't know what this thing is called, but it makes sure that I don't mess up my USB port right here. And I just put it in this where this will get the wear and tear and not my actual machine. So because this is a USB drive, I'm going to push this button right here. I do have the capability of using a flat disk, a SAN disk, and or a USB. I can use a USB with a mouse or send files over via the computer. That's all that means. And then all of this is stuff that's already programmed into the machine. But I'm trying to find a file that is on my USB. This is upcoming, so pay no attention to that. This is the first block that we'll be concentrating on. And as you can see, it is going vertically. Because my hoop is set horizontally, I'm going to have to change that. So I have to hit set, and then I'm going to rotate. And you can, and it asks how you want to rotate. You can rotate by 90 degrees, 10 degrees, 1 degree, or 0.1. I'm going to do by 90. It went that way. It went upside down. It went the other way. Now it is the correct way. I'm just going to hit OK. Janine said that placemat is cool. Your niece will love it. I think she will. I mean, she's still a young child. I mean, I will love it even as an adult. Donnell says, Stephanie, don't even sweat it. Last Sunday during my live stream, my laptop hard drive took a poop. Girl, I got one on you. I got one on you. I don't know what possessed me to move. Let me look into this camera. I don't know what possessed me to move my computer. I have an iPad Pro attached to that computer, and it was sitting on a bin. It fell and hit the concrete floor. I was so mad. Oh my God, I was so mad. All my stuff, Apple, has tempered glass and it is protected. Why this one wasn't is beyond me. It's beyond me. So I'm going to have to get it fixed. So, but it still worked. It's working right now. We're using it. So yeah. Donnell said, yeah, Day, it truly sucked. Luckily, I have a Surface Pro that I was able to jump on with and still had to do a 100 subscriber giveaway, LOL, which actually had a better camera. Okay, well, see, that was a good thing. Okay, I'm going to let that chat keep going for a second. You guys keep on chatting away because you know what? You know that all that commenting that is a positive for your girl, okay? So, anywho, what happens now is I have the design loaded up and I don't have to edit anymore. I don't have to change the size anymore. I don't have to do any kind of mirror imaging or anything like that. So I will hit the edit in button. And then here, this button right here, it will take me to the screen. Let me go back. This, I don't know what the icon is called. I'm just going to be honest with you. I just don't know what it's called. I just know that that's the one I need to hit. Okay. So I hit that button, and then this is where I can program my stops. My stops is the hand, like talk to the hand kind of thing, right? So when you talk to the hand, it's weird, very weird, because the talk to the hand is, if you're looking at the screen, I'm going to show you in a minute, it's after the spool, which to me is really, really different. It's backwards. A lot of people complain about that. It's backwards. So in this screen right here, it shows me what is going to happen in this step. Think of these as the steps right here. These are the steps as to what's going to happen. Like if I change right here, even though it's, because this is an in the hoop project, it's the exact same thing as number one. So let me go back. Number one is my placement stitch of where I need to put my batting. Okay, so what's going to happen is the machine is going to, in this case, draw me the outline of my area. I don't need to put a stop before it happens, because when let me hit the stop button. See how that hand came after instead of before? So how it reads is, before you stitch step number one, you need to stop. But how you looking at it on the screen is saying, it looks as if it's saying stitch number one and then stop. That's not the case. It is so. You have to switch that in your brain, and it is hard, very, very hard to do. For me, it's hard to do, because that means before you stitch this step, you need to stop. So what happens is, I don't need to stop before I stitch the placement stitch. So I can go ahead and take that off of there. So that was step one. Step two is, I put the line has stitched. Now I need to put my batting on top. This line right here is telling me that now I can stitch the batting down. But before I do that, please give me the chance to put my batting in place. So before it stitches out that second line, this step, I need to stop it. So it's going to stitch my placing. It's going to stop. I'm going to put my batting down, and then it's going to stitch the batting down. You guys follow? So whenever you see that hand is saying that it needs to stop before whatever step it's on. Okay? So let's go into the chat just in case you guys have some questions before I go too far. Danielle says, look into a SSD drive, no moving parts, and least likely to take a dump. Absolutely. Absolutely. Dave was telling that to Danielle. Danielle was like, oh, no, girl, yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did screw up. I dropped my iPad Pro. Beverly saying, hey to everybody in the chat. Nancy said, no, you didn't. Yes, I did. So you create blocks and then put them together. Right. And you put them together. Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe it's a design by Juju. Yes, Teresa, it is a design by Juju. It's called the In the Hoop. This one is called In the Hoop Birthday Placemat. Number one. So let me go ahead and drop this in there. come on. There you go. So next on step number 3, it's telling me that step 3, okay, now I needed to stop so I can go ahead and trim my batting. Now, when you have something as long, because this thing has 29 steps, when you have something this long, you're tempted to just go put a stop after each one. It makes it so much easier, but then you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, especially because you have 6 spools that you can, have it go boom, 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 boom. But when you're doing applique, like this is applique, it's a little bit different. You do want to make sure you have the stops in the correct place, because if not, you can start stitching on stuff that you don't want it to be stitched on. Now, can you fix it? Of course you can. I've done it. Anybody can do it, right? So I did have it stop here. And then now the next step is going to stitch out the background. And usually the background, a lot I've noticed with Designs by Juju, it is a meander. So it's a meander background. I don't need it to, well, I do want it to stop because I need to trim, make sure that everything is good to go with my background fabric. Because it was the batting, and then I had to place my fabric, which, I'm sorry, I had to place my fabric. That was this step right here. Now I'm placing the meander on that background. I'm sorry, let me slow down just a little bit. So I did stop it before I did the meander. Now it is ready to start with the applique pieces. The first one, I don't have to, the first stitch, because once it did the background, there's nothing for me to stop, because the next one is the placement stitch. Any placement stitch, usually you do not have to do a stop for. So I'm not going to put the little hand right before I do that cloud. However, I am going to do it on the next step, and see how that little cloud is the exact same as this cloud right here. But the first cloud was saying, hey, this is where I'm going to stitch, and this is where you need to put that fabric. Okay, so now I stitched out that little cloud. I'm about to put my fabric down. So I had my little hand, talk to the hand, to stop before I put that fabric down. So it gave me the opportunity to put the fabric down. Now it's going on to the other cloud. Well, I needed to stop before I go to the other cloud because I have to trim. So of course I need to put my hand right here before it starts stitching out that placement of that new cloud. The next step is I need to place my fabric for that new cloud. Okay, so before I do that, I needed to stop so I can put the fabric there. Here, I'm going to stop it again because I need to trim after I did the stitching, I need to trim that cloud out. But it's ready to move on to the presents now. Okay, so here is the present. Again, it did the placement. The placement, I'm going to stop it because, again, I want to make sure I trim that cloud out. That's why I did that. And then here is, I'm putting on my fabric on the present. Now you guys there's a rhythm going now. So now you should be, with me. So now we're going to stop before we do this one. Oh, sorry. Stop so we can get the fabric on there. And then it's going to try to go to the next step. But before we let it go to that next step, we need to what? Say it with me. What do we need? We need the hand to stop so we can go ahead and trim that block before we go to the next one. And then this next one, it's this blue, light blue area. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, but I'm just going to put a big piece on top of it. But I still needed to stop. So, you know, all this right here, these next several steps, it is all stop, 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 stop. I'm going to place the fabric, stop. I need to trim the fabric, stop. Okay. So that's all of this right here. We're going to stop here. We're talking about this present over here. We need to stop because we got to trim what we already did before we started, you know, putting that placement stitch for this one. And then the next one, we need to stop so we can place that fabric over that line, the placement line, stitch it out, right? We're going to stitch it out. Again, we're going to have to stop before this one because we have to trim what we just stitched out. And then go ahead and let it stitch down the placement line. Again, stop. This is the last one, I promise. Again, stitch down that line and then, you know, place the fabric. And now we get to do the last part of this present right here. But before we go into our satin stitches, we definitely need to make sure that we did that trim on that last present. So this first one gets a stop. Okay. Everyone is saying hello to everyone. Hello, 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 Roxanne, for coming in. Thank you so much. Hey, Mona, thank you so much for coming in. If there was anyone I missed, I am super duper sorry. But yeah, so it's a lot of, when you're doing applique and embroidery on a multi-needle, you will be doing a lot of stopping and a lot of trimming, depending on what you're appliquing. So that was a lot of stops and starts, but just notice this is only step 17 of 29. So we got to keep going, right? This is telling me about the embroidery stitch, the next embroidery stitch I don't have to worry about. But notice that the system, the pattern did this stop. You know, I'm not even down there yet. And you see a stop right here. And it's telling you to trim the thread or change out the threads. Because this pattern calls for 29 colors. 29. It's 29 steps, but it's 9 actual colors. Let me rephrase that. It's 29 steps with 9 different colors. I only have 6 needles. So I'm going to have to stop after I finish this 6 and then come back and like this right here, it has an automatic stop, giving me an opportunity to go ahead and change out my threads. That's all that one is saying. So it's going to give me an automatic stop. The next one, I don't need an automatic stop for what are they telling me? What are we doing? Oh, they're stitching out this ribbon right here for that quilt. There is no need to stop there. Let's keep going. Here, it's stitching out this red box right here. No need to stop it. It can keep on going. Now we're doing the light blue outline. Here we're doing the purple. There's no need to stop. Then it's going to do all the decorating. Again, no need to stop for any of that. But if you notice that you're not repeating your threads and you have to do multiple needle changes, you need to make sure that you place a stop somewhere along the line to make sure that the machine stops, so to give you the opportunity to do so. So I will put a stop like right here. No, not right there. I will put a stop down here because I know that on my cheat sheets, you have to have a cheat sheet, okay? On my cheat sheet, I did get to step number 26. Oh, no, that one don't, it belongs on this one right here. Where I wrote down, you know what, I need to stop the machine again to change my threads out, okay? Again. And then the next one will continue the little, I don't know what you call that, little flourishing up here at the top here. There's some more, and then the last step again. So, and then you just hit OK. And then the next step will be the spool, selecting which needle. You hit embroidery, you say OK. Now this next step, you're telling the computer which spool you need to pull for each step. This is step 1. Looking at what the this says right here, in step 1, it's going to be pulling from needle 1. Step 2, it's going to be pulling from spool 2 or needle 2. This third step is saying that it's going to pull from spool number 4. Spool number 4 is the first one on the very far side. So it can be as complicated as you make it, but you have to find a system that works for you and try not, when it's this many steps, try not to be distracted. It's hard to talk about it on a live and just pushing buttons and stuff like that, because when I'm here, I'm in a zone. I have it written down. I know which ones that I need to, like, let me see. I have this stuff written down, okay? I have it written down. What steps I need to go with what needle, what spool I needed to pull from, all that, so I can make sure that this process is going to go as smoothly as I need it to go. Yeah, so they're saying, you guys are saying stop, stop, stop. And did I mess up something? Stop, stop, stop. What are we stopping? So, oh, when I was saying, what do you do now? Okay, guys, I got you. I'm following you now. So yes, it can be as easy as you make it in your mind. I always suggest that you take great notes as you're learning what each step means, how it's going to stitch out. And the beautiful thing about this is before I actually stitch it out, it's giving me this little bar right here. And it's, oh, I don't know if this was the right one. Okay. I was trying to see, there's a simulator on here where it'll go through. I know it's on Embroidery, but I thought it was also on my machine to let me know it will go through the steps. Once I figure out, I would definitely update you guys on which button it is. I'm still learning this machine, but it is a big, big difference between this machine and my last machine, okay? Because with that last machine, every step was a stop. And that was good. That was easy. It didn't require me to do a lot of thinking at all. Every step was a stop. But when I went to the 6th needle, I'm like, okay, now I got to tell this thing when to stop and how to stop. And it doesn't save. It doesn't save. So it suck if I go back, like right now, I'm like, dang, gone. I forgot a step and I have to go back and hit return. Okay, it's asking me to cancel my embroidery project after all that I just did. I have to start over. So that's why it's so important for you to me to write things down so I can keep a log of how things should flow. And when it does, I wouldn't have to worry about my stuff not saving. Okay. Okay. So guys, that's what I wanted to share with you today. How I program my stops. So I wanted not to make an excuse of why I missed those stops on last week. It was just to show you that things can happen, mistakes happen when you're, distracted or just plumb forgot to put a stop in there, because some of those I just forgot to put a stop in. And you did see how I recovered from those things, and it was okay. It was all okay. So what's going to happen for the next couple of weeks? Let me let you guys know what's going on. Some announcements. You guys already know about, let me take you back to face view. You already guys know about QuiltCon is coming up. I'm hoping to meet you all there. It is February 22nd through the 25th. Hey, Crystal. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for coming, hon. So I'm hoping to see you guys there. I know it's a group of content creators going, so it'll be a great opportunity during that time to meet your YouTubers, okay? Moderators. You guys already know I don't have moderators at this time. I'm winging it all by myself. That in the future is going to change. I have a couple of ideas who I would like to be my moderators. So I'll be reaching out to these people to ask if they would mind assisting me, because I am trying to change up this channel a little bit, because as you already know, I go back to back Monday and Tuesday. I want to do something just a little bit different. It's going to cost a change in nights. However, and it'll also involve more video. And it means on my end, it's going to mean more editing, something that I just don't like to do, but I'm going to do it. These changes won't happen until some of these changes will start the beginning of November. And by the end of the year, I should have a final schedule of how I want to run things. And just please be patient with me from now into the end of the year as I tweak some things, because what's going to happen is there are going to be some days that I want to get quite many, not a lot, but some more lives in on during the night, so I can work on some projects. So there'll be like more sewing chats. I know you guys love those, and at that time, if I have a haul, I would love to do those hauls. Now, when I put out videos, I need for you guys to watch those videos. Please, 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 please. And thumbs up, of course. And then go ahead, and if you have questions, put those in the comments, because what I do is I'm going to keep a log of those questions, and the sewing chat will turn into some Q&As, and as we sew and chat to give us something to talk about. Okay. So I'm hoping that will be okay with you guys, because I'm trying my best not to, one, wear myself out. Two, you guys see me do embroidery projects time and time and time again. And I don't know if you guys are getting sick of them, especially for a live. It doesn't warrant a live. I can just put up a beautiful video of a project that I'm doing from start to finish, and talking to you guys through the process, giving you guys some tips and stuff like that, and then come together and we can talk about the project like in a sewing chat. Okay. And that way I can feel as if I'm getting more accomplished. Yeah. More accomplished. My long arm Tuesdays will almost kind of mirror my embroidery Mondays. There will be some lives and there will be some videos as well. And my floss and Fridays, which you guys haven't seen me do in a while, that is my floss tube. And I need to get back to it. I have done some stitching, some, but not as much as I would like to. But I still want to take you guys on that journey as I am learning or reacquainting myself with cross stitch, because I've had some requests for me to show some beginner cross stitch methods. So I would love to bring you guys along on that journey, because of course the world needs more cross stitch sisters, right? Right, right. You guys got this. Hey Karen, she's asking, how am I doing? Girl, your girl is doing okay today. Doing okay. I honestly, last week it was a mental struggle for me. It was a emotional struggle for me. Physically, I was feeling it in my body. I kept going, I kept going, I kept going. And for some reason today, well, actually, I do know what happened. This weekend, my body shut down a lot, so I was getting a lot more rest. And today, I feel much, much better, much better. Crystal is saying she wish she can go, but can't. Enjoy it for me and come back and tell us all about it. Yeah, I know I'm going to come back and tell y'all everything. Because this will be my first QuiltCon, okay? So, and I'm not taking any classes or anything like that. I just want to go. Let me just be real with you about that. I don't want to take any classes because none of the classes that I've seen on the list was something that jumped out to me and said, oh, I gotta do it. It didn't do it for me. So I'm not going to take any classes. So I'm going to walk around meeting people, looking at the amazing quilts they'll be hanging and honey eating. I'm going to be eating. So I look forward, and of course, shopping. So I look forward to bringing those back and memories and pictures and all that kind of stuff back to you guys, because I think it'll be fun. I think it's going to be amazing. Hey, hey, we got Laura Lynn in the house. Thank you so much for coming, Laura Lynn. I do appreciate it. But yes, so yeah, that is the biggest thing that's coming up in my world. Oh, not almost. Now, I did share it with you guys. It's one little thing, and it's not to be bragging or anything like that. So please don't take it out of context, okay? For my birthday, my birthday was September 27th. I decided that I wanted, well, it wasn't overnight. It was no impulse in this decision to buy or have built a vehicle. It's a Ford Maverick, and I've always wanted a pickup truck. So now I get to get a pickup truck that my husband did not have to hoist me into. So I'm looking forward to it. I've been getting alerts that the process of when it will be built or when the build will start is scheduled. It was scheduled for December. It's this vehicle. It is at taking a year to get, and I was like, oh, that'll be awesome. Anytime after March, me receiving this vehicle will be perfect. It will even be perfect. Wait, more perfect or perfect. I'm about to make up a word. Perfect her if it was after my baby's graduation, okay? But I don't know, because they said it was the start build date was in December, but then all of a sudden I just got a new email or a text, both, saying, "Oh, we moved it up into November." I'm like, "Don't move it up, move it back." So I don't know when, but I'm also a part of the Maverick Club, and it is so funny listen to these people talk about their experience through this whole process and how some have been waiting since 2022. 2022 or the early part of 2022, and some even as of 2021, because they kept changing their mind, it got pushed back. It got put to the end of the line. So I'm looking forward to this process. I've never had a vehicle built from scratch, just according to all my specifications. So this should be interesting. This should be quite interesting. And I'm hoping to have the VA put a lift on it at some point in time, so my trike can go on it. I call it a trike. I don't know another term for it. My scooter can go on it. So my husband will not have to be lifting it in and out of the vehicle. So yeah, guys, that is all I wanted to share. Yep. Lord, then hope everything is going well. Everyone is saying hello, hello, hello. Yes, Mom and Pop is asking Karen, did you get your fabric? Where is my other? Let's see who was. I haven't seen Katie in the chat in quite some time. I'm hoping all is well with her. I got to reach out to her to ask her if she received it. But Karen, that's a good question. Karen, did you receive your fabric? Lorlene is asking, hon. But yeah, so I'm hoping you guys understood everything that I was saying about how to choose where you want your stops to go in the embroidery applique. It's only geared towards pretty much applique. When you're doing like straight stitching, like if I wanted to do this across my shirt and it's all one color, there's no need for me to program a stop. There's no need. The only time the machine is going to stop is when I run out of bobbin. That's it. Straight stitch. If you want to stitch just words in general, even if you have them in different colors, there's no need to program a stop. The only time you're really programming stops is when you're doing applique. I haven't had the need to do it outside of anything applique. But if and when I do, I would definitely let you know, okay? Okay, let's see. I'm doing good here. Did you get your fabric? Roxanne is saying hello to Laurelyn. She said, yes, Laurelyn, I did get it. Thank you so much for the beautiful blue that you chose for me. Love the addition you put in there as well. You go, girl. You go, Laurelyn. Thank you so much for making my birthday celebration a success. Thank you. Katie, girl, how you doing? Thank you guys so much for coming. I truly appreciate it. But yeah, that's all I have for tonight. So I'm looking forward to coming back with you guys next week. Of course, it's going to be a video. And with that video, it's going to show you the process of me making the birthday mat. So you guys get to see all that good stuff. And yeah, that's all I have. And tomorrow is, of course, Long Arm Tuesday. Again, a lot of the changes that we spoke about earlier will not take place until November. So just keep on keeping on, okay? Keep on coming back. On your way out, please, please, please give your girl a thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed today's, I was going to say episode like this was some kind of soap opera. I hope you enjoyed today's live. If you did, thank you so much. If you didn't, feel free to tell your girl, like, you know what, you can do this a little bit better. But don't come being mean, please. Please, please, please don't be mean to your girl. And I will see you guys on tomorrow night. Okay, guys? Until then, be blessed. Have a great night. Bye-bye.